Every now and then, I guess we all think realistically about that day when we will be victimized with what is life's final common denominator. That's something we all call death. And we all think about it. Every now and then I think about my own death. And I think about my own funeral. And I don't think about it in a morbid sense. If any of you are around when I have to meet my day, I want to leave the word with you this morning. Yo. How you doing? I've been gone so long, I don't know just what to do. Oh, baby. But I got that deep on in the front. Lunch up in the honor to them. Act right, be down in the mall. I'm a gangster. Anywhere you wanna go, I'ma take you. Come on. You come out like a song. Work the ass in it. Straight up,
Activate dance mode countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't want a long funeral. And if you get somebody to deliver the eulogy, tell them not to talk too long. Tell them not to mention where I went to school. Tell them not to mention how many hundreds of awards that I have. Tell them not to mention that I have a Nobel Peace Prize. That's not important. But I'd like for somebody to mention on that day, Martin Luther King Jr. tried to give his life serving others. I want you to tell them that day that I did try to be right on the war question. I want you to tell them that day that I did try to love somebody. I want you to tell them that day that I did try to visit those who were in prison. I did try to feed those who were hungry. I won't have any money to leave behind. I won't have the fine and luxurious things of life to leave behind. I just want to leave a committed life behind. And that's all I have to say. Yes, if you want to say that I was a drum major, say that I was a drum major for justice. Say that I was a drum major for peace. Say that I was a drum major for righteousness. And all of these other little shallow things won't really matter. If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word of song, if I can show somebody he's traveling wrong, then my living will not be in vain. If I can do my duty as a Christian ought, if I can bring salvation to a world once wrong, if I can spread the message as the Master taught, then my living will not be in vain. We were on the plane there in Atlanta. The pilot came on the public address system. He said, we're sorry for the delay, but we have Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on the airplane, and we've had to check the plane out very carefully and very cautiously because of the death threats and because of the bomb threats. Then we arrived here in Memphis. The question came up about what would happen to me by some of our sick white brothers. Well, I'm just happy to be here in Memphis with you. And I want to thank God once more for allowing me to be here with you. Well, we mean business now. The issue is not only injustice. The issue is the refusal of Memphis to be fair and honest with its dealing with its Negroes. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I don't mind. And like anybody, I'd like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned with that now. I just want to do God's will, and He's allowed me to come up on the mountain, and I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. And I want you to know tonight that I may not get there with you, but we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm not worried tonight. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory and the coming of the Lord.